Sis. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. We're good, right? We have sounds. Nice. Hi, hello. Hello. We have two viewers. Yay. One of them is me, probably. And who the other? Who is the other one? Who is the other one? All right. So we'll try. We'll wait for people to join. And while we're waiting, we can still talk about our model for today. Let me just this, right? Nice. Okay. Everyone here should be like live. Yay. Let's start a poll. And if you're here, if you're new, subscribe, do all that stuff, do every stuff you can. Yeah. And we'll start soon. Yeah. Team is healthy. All right. All messages are visible for me too. Okay. Let's start. I will be texturing this anyway, so this will be a short live, probably. We'll see if anyone will join us, then we can continue. Uh, Today we are going to model our time god character because, by the way, we are at the same time live on TikTok too. You are, watching it through there. We are at we are in YouTube and TikTok at the same time right now. So yeah. Hi TikTok, hi YouTube. Yeah. Nice. I will get your questions if you have one while I'm texturing this character. So I can show you right now. We started right here, like this. This was our uh, concept of a face, concept of character. Hi, hello. Okan, welcome. Nice to see you, man. I remember that you like this model, right? So we are going to talk about him. This is a concept character. I will be changing. I won't be changing that much about this, but I will be changing his headpiece because his headpiece coming from actually from Elder Scrolls, and it is the mask of Dagatur. This mask is originated from Morrowind, I guess. Dagatur is a Morrowind big bad, probably. Let me just check. Right? Yeah, he's a Shimmer Lord. So it's from Elder Scrolls. I think it's from Morrowind, yeah. When I just uh, started to create this character, I just wanted to make him a headpiece, that a circular headpiece. So the first thing that came to my mind is if I do some circular stuff that I can take ideas from another places, and one of the places was Elder Scrolls. So I get this piece, and we need to find a another circular piece to uh, put it there. Yeah, that's it. So I wanted to make it like a. If you can just hide this, I wanted to head. So this is his mask. He uses masks because he is the god of sun, god of suns, two suns actually. So he need to hide his face, blah blah blah, and I want to make it something with scaly textures. So I had one scale texture, something like this. See, you can see this, right? So I get this from, I don't know, from somewhere, you know, because I changed a lot of stuff in my photoshops, in my photo texturing process. I don't need to, uh, you know, find that too much copyrighted pieces because I changed them a lot. You can just, escape from trademark stuff like that because I make that this piece to this piece. I changed this a lot. I played with this a lot, and because we do this like that, you can just, you don't need to trademark it. I guess we'll see if they come after me. And that with that, I just, you know, we unwrapped it. This kind of UV unwrapping method is working for me at least because I did make it seamless from left to right. So you don't see any, like, this is bad, but you don't see that. You can always escape with this kind of stuff. Uh, you can always like hide this kind of stuff. Let's see if you can, if you want. Let's just check. You don't like this kind of stuff. In the grand scheme of things, you don't need to hide those stuff, but you can always hide your textures like this. We won't do that, but you know, because when we use this, so this is our base model in Blender, but you know, in the game, it will be looking like this. So you know, those kind of details doesn't matter. Try to not to try not to lose yourself in those kind of details because you won't see it. Actually, only you will see it, but you know, gamers won't. Will this be uploaded as a well, incredible work? Thank you. What method do you use to combine all your materials into one texture map? Right now, by the way, yes, this live will be uploaded as a video on demand, so you can see it whenever you want. Uh, so right now, this whole face is actually, let me just show you, a two different textures. One is this, and one is this. But I will change this headpiece because I will change this headpiece. I will change its textures as well. But so what I do is uh, not that like it's like an unorthodox way of doing things. So these pieces are, all of them are actually rescaled to downscale to like a 129 8, sorry, to 128. So these are really, really small textures. After what you finished, after what you did, whatever you want, you can just go to the Photoshop and, let me just show you. This is our thumbnail, but let me just show you. You can just use the headpiece. So this is, see, like this canvas is so big. You can just, um, let's see. After what you worked, you can just go and rescale this. Can you see it? You can't see the. Yeah, no, you can see. You can rescale this to whatever you want. Make it power of 2, by the way. Don't change that. It will always need to be power of 2. And but you don't need to be that lower size textures. This is all technique, by the way. Like you don't care about those kind of stuff, you can get lost in things. You can after that, just descale this, your image, and just put your other textures like that. You can descale this too, like this. You won't in my style, you won't lose any um detail like this because I use a method in Blender and in the engine 2, in Unreal Engine 2. The method is that my interpolation is closest. So what does closest do? Simply, let's put it simply, it does make you use your textures as pixelated as possible. If you do linear, see, it becomes much blurry. And this blurriness, I don't need this blurriness, at least in my kind of style, in my style. Like I do PSX, I do PS1. So with that, I don't need linear interpolation mode. So closes is better. And what does this closes do after we descale our textures? Let's just see. So this, let me check first, right? We did use this, right? Top scale too, yeah. So it's the same. Let's just get it. Top base color. Where is it? Where's the? Can't find this right now, but then no, this headpiece too. Yes. So is this, and this is time god head, and this time. Yeah. So let's check this. Let's change these textures, and you know, let's save this as a headpiece too. This will of course get messy with the UVs, but you can always change those because we didn't change any textures at all. If you put your UVs in the same spot again, uh, you won't have any problems. See? Just how much did we halved the textures, so you can just use your textures again like that, and you'll be fine, right? Because we saved as a Photoshop uh, extension, it will lose its coloring. Don't do that. Always export as PNG or JPEG, and you'll be fine. But we can just change the color space to RGB. See, it is more uh, like a pixelated version of the same model. And if you use linear interpolation, it will be like more blurry. I don't know the technical term, but it makes the pixels blend each other. So we don't use that. We will use closest. And this too, these pieces, our faces and the scarf, uses this texture, the left one. We'll change that too. Let's change that to, let's make them use the same texture together. Thank you so much for showing. Been trying to figure out a way to streamline and combine my materials into. Yeah, I usually, so there's a question to how my method works to, you can see the live, but if anybody watching from TikTok is curious about, I just merge my textures later on. It is not a good technique, by the way, but I don't know. I do a lot of things in a makeshift manner. So this is my work, and you can always put it in the same UV space, and then change your UV is accordingly. So we can just do this. Let me show you. So not like this, of course, but So this face uses another texture, but we can just make it use the as a same. See, it'll be messy at first, but when you just fix their UVs, it will be fine as something. You know? Yeah, this is not the best way, like I say, because you lose a lot of texturing. But again, in the big thing, you know, this game in the game, the model will look like this. So it won't lose any detail. You'll only lose detail while you're working. Don't don't just fall into that trap. Just try to perfect everything. Perfection is the enemy of done. You need to finish your models. Not everything needs to be perfect. So, you know, just keep that in mind. And let me just show you. So, this was my first attempt to texturing it. See, see how how the model change in the actual view. And then, like little to no difference, you know, little to no difference. See, it will change, of course, in this side while you're working, but in the finished product, at least in my visual language, because I use a lot of dithering, I use a lot of pixelated textures. In my visual language, nothing changed. So if you are doing PS1 kind of thing, PSX one kind of thing, you can like hide a lot of things behind your, you know, workflow or whatever it is. Perfectionism does haunt you. Yeah, like don't do that. Ooh, I got a heart, a hand heart, and a rose in TikTok. Thank you. So a rose. I can't do a rose, you know. We are on TikTok as well. So yeah. Thank you again, Jai. Like 17 flowers and kind of thing. Top gifter. Thank you. You're my top gifter. I am, you know, full with love. Seems to me good technique doesn't really exist. Yeah. So yeah. I need to see stuff first, then change stuff later on. It's it's fine for me. And let's just try to change this too, because the same pattern is here too. Like it's the same space. Select all and scale it to 5 and try to fix it here. See? Like little to nothing changed here. Let me just show you. See? This was the first look. In the right side, things of course changed. Like it became much less detailed. But in the left side, in our render view, nothing changed. Mostly nothing. So try to not be a perfectionist in this kind of thing. Let's just save it. Let's just make it a second one. Autobot, I will definitely be joining your stream again. Thanks a lot for guiding me through. Thank you, man. See you soon. Take care. Uh, yeah. So, this piece, this uh base part, so it will be looking like this. Stay on the table. Hi, welcome. This piece, this face part, we got it from British Museum. See, this texture became our face model. in the in this model. Yeah. So you can always use like museum and stuff. And thanks to them, you can just check their copyrights first, of course. You don't want to get, steal some stuff. Uh, yeah, we should change our circle part, but we are good with our face with the mask. Uh, yeah, and then of course we needed a body. So at first, I created a body. Uh, Let me just show you. Not this one, of course. This is. How to show you this? I got some, old body parts. Yeah. So let's pose its emission. So the body part, I just found the human body. You can find it anywhere. Like it sounded wrong. You can't find like a human body, of course, anywhere. But just search internet. I don't want to right now check I don't want to type anything to Google, right now. If I type like a human male body naked, we could probably get banned on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere. So try to find like you can use eBay, you can use, you know, there are a lot of free sites that share human poses, human body to get references. And from there, I got like a male body texture. Let me just show you. Not here. Here, yeah. The texture I used was this. So it became, this became this. And my technique was like texture painting this with selecting a texture here from here, you know, once again, like this, selecting texture here, and as a mapping option, using a stencil. You can always use this technique. So I use a lot of photo, like this, I think this is called photo bashing. And I use a lot of photos to change the uh, texturing part of the model. Uh, I did it with the mask. You know, it was easier to just use the stencil mapping. Uh, I didn't care about that much to make it perfect because I know later on I will change it. So this character is actually in the lore, his insides are made up with the, I don't know, let's say it's is hiding parts of the suns inside of her body, inside of his body. So whatever happened to him is was hurt. Whatever happened to him hurt him. So sometimes you can just, if you have skills, you can always paint on top of it. But I have zero skills, so I need to use some kind of texturing process. And okay, we have problem in that, but doesn't matter. So I've been using Substance Painter for this. But skin kind of got burned. It's a right now, this is not a, Substance Painter tutorial or something like that, but I just want to show how I got the details first. Uh, at first, I just added kind of like a charcoal on top of his skin. See, I used the original texture to create some stuff on top of it. I added like a burned places, changed it. Yes. I only use the base color, so we don't need anything like whole lightning and such. And later on, I added details, some kind of like a burn textures here. And then, of course, again, I detail those burn parts to make it look like a more kind of like a painted on top of it. See? But I created some kind of like a um, magical vein kind of thing inside of it, inside Soften Painter, to use with a magical. And I need like a magic looking pieces. So it's something like this, a cracked marble like uh, look for everything it touches. So anything with the uh, magical, substance inside of it will be looking like this in my game. But just because this dude has a sun related powers, it has lightning touches on them. And combined with the skin, it looks like this. Yeah, so to show you in the blender, this skin becomes like this. See? All the burns, all the sun inside of it just makes a mark on him. See? Yeah. And usually you will be you will look like this. We'll see him a lot like this. See? Uh but I need to change those. This will be a cape. So right now it does look like a kind of like a Iron Maiden, Iron Maidens, like Maiden little capsule, like that. When you say Iron Maidens, say historical, see something like this. It looks close to something like this, but we don't like that. We want to make this look like a cape, so maybe we can just leave details on it. This pieces can look like more like a cape, you know. Something like this. And I will make this is a like I want to make this get destroyed. After that, we will see this character with a sunbeam behind him. See? Something like this. So his cape becomes. Maybe we can make this like a metal pieces. you know, mirror this, mirror this, that. I don't like this, so I like something close to this, right? Always change stuff to our own liking. So can just be something like that, right? Yeah. So let's say sunbeams. This looks like a just a plains blah blah. But right now showing the I'm showing you guys the my vision, right? Maybe like this. Yeah. It's hard being the model or the court concept artist, you know. I need a concept artist for this kind of stuff. So I want this cape, you know, it's like its first stage. You will always see him like this, in his cape. And after the cape is gone, cape becomes, let's try that. Cape becomes a different object, something like this. Let's change this just to show you how I will do it. We change the, so it looks like a, see, something like this, right? That scene, yeah. Let's just show you better. Something from this, right? To this. I think it looks cool, you know, right? But I need to change that cape piece because that cape comes from, mhm, it comes from this. It is a ceremonial cape from Cleopatra movie. Yeah. And that Cleopatra movie, see, is from 19. So we can't use it. See, this was the original cape from that movie, from Cleopatra movie, where Elizabeth Taylor is wearing that. And of course, it has trademark, so we can't use that. Not this, of course, but I think that the this one cape come from this one, but we need to change that. And it doesn't matter how uh, we use it because I want to make something like a golden piece, something like, if we can find something close to like a drape, something like that, and I will change its colors to fit the setting. Uh, Maybe something like a more white goldish thing. I don't know. I did find something before. It's a cape coming from Georgia, Prince Cholakashvili. From what era? Kutsa Cholakashvili. Nice. I wanted to use this because it doesn't have any, you can see this. It's a Radio Commons. Like you can share, you can remix to adapt your work. But I couldn't find a way to use this correctly because it has a lot of details, uh, details that I don't like that much. Uh, Not that I like it directly. I don't like it in the sense of, my model. It doesn't fit my model. So yeah, needs to fit my model. Uh, so we are going for a hunt to check it again. To find something like in museums and such. Check it again to find stuff. Let's just check the British Museum if we can find a object type. Do we have a? This site is really hard to go around, by the way. Let's just check. Ritual equipment. Can we find capes here? Let's search for a cape. Let's search for a not cape, but hooded links. Uh, capes, British Museum, cape, Creative Commons. Hi, Nana. Welcome. We have another one in TikTok. Yes, let's check Wikimedia Commons. Maybe we can find a good cape to use. Cape, not a Cape Town. Can we narrow down our like polling? Is that working? Oh yeah, nice. We can try to find some capes here. Something like this. Maybe. There are a lot of good capes here. Nice. Maybe something like this. Don't forget, we will change its color, so, we're fine. Even if we try to use this, we will change the red parts, like Photoshop it, and change the colors to something gold. Or we can just get directly this, This is easier, probably. What is this? Oh, in a Metropolitan Museum of Art. Nice. So let's check not this. I want the link. Yes, I want to check the source material. Nice, but this flower details will, you know, don't fit in my style right now. But we can check the Met Museum too for the cape. Let's finish the Wikimedia Commons first. If we can finish it. Let's try to find something without any motifs or patterns so that we can fit our own models or patterns if we need. Something like this. Ah, this is too much, right? Yeah. Why? Why is it so slow? Ah, because it's a big picture. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. We need to find something like this, right? Is better. Oof. Can we use this? I want to use this. Can we use this? Beam colored wool. Mr. James Newlands hide. So can we use this? Islamic art. It works. Probably from Iraq. Hmm. By the way, what does it say? Oh no, it doesn't have it in here. So does it say? No, it doesn't say. To request images under copyright and other restrictions, please use. So public domain. No, it says public domain. Didn't see it first. Sorry. So we can use this. Hmm. The patterns scare me right now, but if you can find a way to uh not use those, something without patterns would be better. Like this one has patterns, of course, but it was so easy to figure out how to, you know, make it connected, it was easy. If I can find a way to use this, I need to change this a lot again. Like it probably has copyright. Maybe if I can put some another texture again. I don't know. By the way, eBay is a good source too. You can find some costumes, cloaks, capes. See, these pictures are usually commercial free. Hmm. We can change some simple cape texture and later on put some patterns to it. Like this wrinkles I can use because I don't paint on textures. I don't do any topology, any detailed topology because uh it doesn't fit my style again, and the technique that I'm using is it doesn't need any topology whatsoever because you can just give the details just with the textures. I am trying to achieve that. So uh yeah, you don't need any textures. This one is good also. So I can use these, wrinkles and such. But I want to give, okay, let's just pick this. Let's try. Let's try to pick this. Why can't I get those? eBay is an image. Can I copy this image from eBay? I can't? No, I can. My bad. Stupidity hits like a truck. Multiply. Oh. Let's open a new. What? Okay. Let's check this. Let's remove the background. Yeah, I get the. No. Just remove the background. Let the Photoshop handle removing the background. Right? Let's delete everything else. So, what are we going to do with this? So, with this, we will take this half. This is a secret technique, by the way. Don't tell anyone. You will take the half, put it right here. And then the other half, put it right here. So when you using textures, this will be seamless. But like a long shot. I want to make it seamless and I want to lose this part, just use a spotting. So let's just use the spot healing brush tool to lose this stuff. It's all part of the process. Not like this though. When you go bigger size, spot healing brush tool gets a little messy. I see lose the World Cup, by the way. That's a good thing too. So something like this. Or we can just use the clone stem. Better. Right? Or we can try healing brush tool. So it'll get this. It like this. This. Like this. It will look neat later on. Right? Everything will be better in the ground, in the bigger. See? This looks bad right now, but it will fix itself when we model it. We model it. Then we put the textures on top of the model. So do not worry. Trust the process. Yeah. We get rid of that ugly, 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 ugly string of whatever it is. Yeah. And now we can use our big brains to create something like, right? Just I'm showing you my dirty process. This is a dirty process. It is fast, but it is dirtier for sure. We just want this uh, vertical lines to make it like a uh, the cape has a lot of wrinkles, you know. You'll understand when it's finished. Trusty process, trusty process, process, trusty. Merge it all. As you can see, this details create a lot of files. So, but after we just put, I want to make it fit, fit it. This scales, you know. So this bird-like, feather-like stuff, like lines, are really good for this, and we will use it on top of our uh, cape, and then those uh, tiles will be gone. Not gone, but it won't be seen. No, it's so hard to work and talk at the same time. Doesn't work like that. You don't create textures. can use proximity match, right? No, you can't use that. It's working weirdly right now, right? Because it doesn't work well with the lines, you know, doesn't fix the lines really well, you know. You can see, as you can see, you know, really bad. But we can work it out. So let's just check. Uh, let's just use this, like blend these on top of our textures. So if you can just take our time called cape, but first we should scale this. This is too much. You don't use that kind of scaling. Let's just use our time god cape on top of it. And we should just doesn't use our no, something like this. Like we need to use a overlay, but how can we use this? Yeah, we don't need the colors, we just need the details. So first of all, it's just black and white, right? Not on top of it, top of that. Nah, like this. Yes, this will work. This is normal. This is overlay. So we'll get the wrinkles only, right? Why does it get its color though? You don't need its color, right? Yeah. Hmm. Doesn't work like I intend to. Hmm. Okay, we'll find a way. I don't need its coloring. That is why I told you. That is why I told. Like I only need its. So let's just save this first. Hmm. Okay. Oh, I get it. Yes, like this. See, not like that. Yes. Let's just save this first. Cape details. Cape details. Yes. Maybe after we change its levels, you can only get close to, its details. I will need to fix this first because need its details, but we don't need to lose its like. We don't need to lose its. That's weird. I always work like this, and it always works. Okay, I think I will use the substance painter on it and change the fact, uh, change its, looks, make it more capey. Why did we lose its color? Open up this first, right? Open up it first. The cape details. So this will change the details on the cape. Ah, we need to this if you want to uh, make it seamless. You can always use for first of all, you use this space, like all the spaces. So get the offset and other, and use your half of your whole canvas. We don't need the top part for this because top part will go here this way. And after this, see there's a seam here. We will need to make it go away. Something happened in the TikTok live. We have detected inactivity during your current live. What does that mean? Weird. I am here, so no inactivity. Huh. TikTok just poked me. Says you're inactive. While I'm not. Yeah. So it does look good a bit. You can just use this, but actually fixing it a bit would be better, right? But because of the lines, it does look bad. Yeah, let's just use it like that. I have an idea. So let's just change its color first. Something more uh goldish, but maybe darker, right? Something like this. So after this, you can use it. Use this. Mm. How can we change this cape first? We can get from. Mm, I wanted to make it look like something like. Let's change the not this. Make it look like this, right? We can always change the. Just duplicate the cape. Change its. Something like this. Right? We get everything. Okay. Sign. See? Something like this. And right now, yeah, see? Everything looks fine in a way. I will change the details, of course, but even right now, it does kind of look good. I don't like the cape, you know, but it's a look. I love you. Love and follow. Not love me. You love and follow my work. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, man. I think everyone should love my work and everyone should love me, but you know, people make mistakes like I do with the cape. I need to find something else for this cape and I need to change its colors for the better because right now it does look, I didn't want to make this part as a stiff as it does. It shouldn't be look this stiff. Not sure how to fix that right now. We'll find a way. Or it does look like it has a long neck. Actually, it does not have a long neck. It just is a tiny, narrow folders. I need to find some more charismatic, capes. Yeah, yeah. Let's take a break for 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, I think I will check back my one of my old models that I told you guys before that I will do uh um, like my old works, old Vivaldi works, rework and use it in the same uh in the same sense of my work. I will change it. At the old times, it was like a stylized textures, but right now, I will change that and use it again in my own game, but the styling will change. So I will see you in a 5 minute to check those out. I always, I always forgot to, you know, rank up the voice. Thank you for reminding me that. uh, so this is a piece uh, from a era that I worked on as a stylized modeling, but this era is gone. It's a piece from a set of Vivaldi. I conceptualize as something like a Vivaldi's Four Seasons. There's a shield, like a ice shield, snowy one. Toygar, teşekkür ederim. Türk'üm evet. Uh, but I do all my works in English, so lives are on English too. Uh, yeah. So the set has another piece, a sun sword, a sun blade. Uh, this one. These are all works now. So we will change our all works when you look, and we will use different textures for these. I think it won't be that hard to rework on a old piece. I give myself half an hour for these kind of things. You know. By the way, can we? No, not yet. So let's try to find some like a icy texture for this. We can work. We can create some ice cracks, a real ice cracks. By the way, today we're going to do just texturing, but this model is not fit for a PSX PS1 modeling too. It's too detailed, and it's, you know, the topology itself is not that good because I was a, you know, amateur back then. I gotta, dude, I follow you on Instagram. Didn't know you were here as well. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. Thank you. Keep following and tell everyone to follow me. Uh, so we will only texture today, and then uh, you know, after that we can just, you know, change the topology as well later on, because, you know, see, there are too many details here that we don't need. You know, we can just right now we can just move this edge loops. See, nothing will change. Again, we will use our own. This is we use our own style. I was gonna say use my own dithering, but this is not my dithering. Like, this is a composition called instant dither. You can find it. You can find it on the Gumroad. It's Perisidian instant dither. You need that. This is not an ad, but I just want to, you know, shout out to him. So yeah, let's first find a icy texture for this, just for the middle part, you know, just for the middle part. How did we use this? So there's a base, details, blah blah blah. We can all just close this. Just close these. And just leave the base right now. We can just use the flakes. You know? Yeah. This is our base. How did we model this? Wow. This is bad. Look at this. This is this is so bad. Good old young days. What did I do here? Looks really weird. This is a weird loop. We can just delete this. Something's changed though, right? Hmm. Yeah. I will need to fix this as a topology too. So should we clean up the topology first? Because after that, if you don't clean up the topology now, we could get some, weird texturing problems later on. But if you can clean it right now, maybe you'll fix everything. Looking this makes me want to create this whole thing from the start again because, you know, trying to make this happen. Mm, but let's just respect the old models and, just try to rework these from not from the start and just try to work on these. But for today, I just said I will do a texture process. So let's just find some textures for this because this is not a photo texture. We need to find a photo texture and try to use it on here. After that, we will find some kind of bluish metal and use it here too. See, because it says a bluish hue. So we need a icy texture and then a bluish metal. Right? Nice. Find it. Let's try to find some commercial free ice texture. Go slow right now. Mm-hmm. We need something kind of like a oh, I am seeing a comment, I think in Russian, right? So let me just check the translation. The translation is bad. So I don't understand what you said, man. Sorry. Uh Oner Olekuni. I don't understand what you're saying, man. Sorry. My bad. I don't know the language. Sorry. We need a like an ice piece, something like this, but uh, much simpler. Arctic. What this? What is this? Arctic ice. Yeah. See, looks good. This looks good. But we need a license-free one, right? Ice cracks. Yes, Arctic ice cracks. Khan, what do you think about AI? Are you absolutely against or can be used under some circumstances? Oof, it's a delicate object, you know. Like I 6 months ago, I was in a seminar. They invited me to talk in the seminar. In that seminar, we talk about brain rot videos. After that, we talk about brain rot videos that's made with AI. the the subject was so different back then because those like if they created some like an AI sound and and you decided to make videos about that AI song, yeah, of course, it's already created. You can just do that. But I don't like like the problem is it's about ethics. Like every AI generated piece right now is built upon that stuff that has already been stolen. So if you create songs, if you create images, if you create videos, by the way, there are other stuff, but I don't know about them, so I don't talk about those. But in this kind of things, if you try to use AI 3D model softwares or something like that, all of them are built upon stealing that already been done with from by other people. Like let's say I create some textures and I put it on the internet, but it's mine, right? So you know it's mine, and if you want to use that, you'll ask for it. Uh, but what AI does just scrapes all of the needed stuff from the internet and don't ask your permission, or you know don't pay you about it, don't pay you for the job you've done, and after that it learns from it, and then it creates a lot of stuff whatever you need from those kind of things. So ethically it is absolutely wrong, because you're just it's not like pirating a software, because while you pirate software you are one singular person and you don't uh, get any benefit from it. You pirate software because maybe you don't have any money, maybe you just don't want to pay the uh, company that money. But these big AI companies makes billions upon it, and ethically it's wrong. That's all. Other than that, w- a everything AI does right now is really sloppy because it lacks intention. When you use AI stuff, you can't control it. Even if you think you can control it, it lacks the possibilities that you try to. It lacks the intention that you try to achieve. So whatever you do, it looks the same. You can understand anything. Like whenever I look something, if it's made by AI, I can understand it directly. And people, we talked about the ethical part. We talk about the sloppy part. That is slop. You don't want to uh, make slop because it's ugly, and usually uh, the majority of people doesn't have any, let's say, artistic eye. They don't understand uh, in a deeper level what they are seeing, what they are looking. But inside of us all, we can understand what is sloppy, what is problematic, what is looking ugly. So at first glance, they probably would enjoy it, but at the after they after people take their time and just watch slop after slop, they will understand they are watching. You know, I can't find the exact wording, but they can understand they're watching slops and just don't want to watch them. You can see this in a lot of flyers, in a lot of posters, and a lot of YouTube thumbnails. Just ask anyone if they see like AI YouTube thumbnails. They usually don't watch those videos because they understand that if anyone does create those kind of thing, they will create a video that probably sucks. But uh, there is a forceful situation in AI too. Like I'm using Photoshop, it probably uses AI in the background. I can show you that in my Adobe credits, I never used it once. But Like, I don't say to Photoshop, create images for me, create images for this, or I don't use ChatGPT as a create images for me, create this. But Google using it, whenever I search something, the AI is in the on the top, at the top of the search. That AI is scraping every knowledge from whatever site you want, and I'm a 35-year-old man. I can't just uh, you know, I can just always try to find a new way to escape from AI because they're forcefully like jabbing it into my face. And I can just stop using Photoshop, go to the GIMP, blah 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 blah, whatever it is. But they will force this until it pops. So ethically, I'm against it. I don't care about what people how how they're using it. But if you're using AI in any sort of way, I won't watch it. I won't consume it, uh, and it will change my perception about you if you use AI, because it is so easy to ask people about if they want to create something from you for you, or if you want to create uh, you know if you want to make your life easy, just go out there, ask people. Like, you can use uh, GIMP, you can use other stuff. Like, we were always using, what was the name? I don't remember the site, but we were trying to create some flyers, and I don't know anything about like artistic stuff like before, like 10 years ago, Photoshops and such. I was just using Canva. So before AI, we just do whatever we want. And I don't know. I think someday it will pop, and uh, people will learn to live without it again. We live without it again. I finished my school, my master's without it. So everyone can do it too. But I think they will be uh, here in a different manner, because I know in coding stuff, people using a lot of AI, and you can't stop that. I don't know. Oof, I talked so much about this. Was I don't know if you are uh, here still, but I talk a lot about AI. Yeah, I don't like it. It's unethical. Don't use it. I don't use it. Yeah, let's find a texture. It's so hard to talk about a topic that you know a lot of in your own language, but when you try to explain it in another language, and when you're not ready, it becomes much more harder. Let's check texture even CG textures and public domain textures for our public domain. I totally agree with you, and that was a really detailed comment. Thank you. Thank you. Textures.com. I had a textures.com, but right now I can't find it. So let's check. Ice. Nothing. We don't have anything. Snow. Let's just ice crack. Ice crack. Can we find it here? It shouldn't be this hard to find some, ice textures, right? One more, please. This. We can use this. Oh, we can use those. This ones, right? Yeah, these are good. We need some bluish. Like, we can use this. These are commercial free, license. So we are good. We can use this. This. These are good. Let's just try to use those. Yes. So we need a bigger canvas. Was that your cat? Yes, that was my cat. My cat. See. Doesn't like to be hold that much. Al, what's your name? Alligator. Nice. So you were following me from Instagram. How did you find me here then? Yeah, she likes to give a lick or two. I think she is trying to catch a bug. So we need a bigger canvas. I think I just filtered one of my comments. What did it filter? We'll get other textures here and use them on top of each other. We'll try to use them on top of each other. That works. These are all commercial free, so we can use them freely. Not sure if that works, but we'll see. Right? Not this. And we'll get this. So we'll only use this part. Get this. We don't need those legs, ends. I don't know. Better. Right? Right? Nice. So we need to mix those. But I don't know how to mix it yet. We'll see. We'll see. Need to mix those. Maybe we can find something more. Oh, an idea. We can use just the glacier, right? Ah, that is better. We can just use those glaciers. Uh, are those glaciers? Mm. When I when I think about glaciers, I always think about something like this. I don't know. Let's check it. Let's check it out. How many people watching us? Ah, these are good. These are good, right? Okay. Thinking more like a. These are not ice. Let's just look for ice. By the way, I will finish this live probably in 10 minutes after we finish checking for textures because it's been like a 2 hours. 2 hours is a bit much for me. I'm an old man. I can't be live for 2 hours. We couldn't find anything. I will check other places, but for now, let's try. Let's just try to mix and match those, and try to find some can we mix and match? Or should we use just this? How about we just this, right? Let's just try to descale this, right? This. Does it look like an ice? Yeah, I know. Try to offset this because we don't want to lose its. We don't want to make it look tiled. Like, if you don't make it seamless, it'll look bad on the seams. Right now, this does look a bit bad on the seam. Maybe we can use clone stamp and just, you know, make those. This. No, it doesn't work like that. But this, maybe this can work. Uh, hmm, a bit more hard. One. Grab this one and use it like here. Well, the blue itself is weird right here. It's hard to make this seamless. Let's check let's check it. This one maybe. This one will look better probably. You just use it the this. Not like you. This. Right? It again. See? You make it like this. Like not like this. Only get the icy parts. It will fix itself. Don't worry. See? Won't hurt anyone or anything while doing this. You need to like when I use Al, if you're here, alligator, when I use any like a spot healing brush tool, it probably uses AI. So, you know, if I don't want to be like a hypocrite, but you know, I'm not using it directly. That's my that is my that is how I sleep good at nights. I didn't do anything with AI. We will offset this again. Oof, bad. Right? So offset this again. Yes. So we need to fix the middle parts. Let's try with the spot healing tool first. Works well. So it works better than expected. To change these with clone stem, right? To give a yes. Now it looks better. Now it looks more icy. So let's check how will it work on our model. If it works, we'll leave it that way for today. Always. It's a bit too much, so we will rescale it again. Change the image size. Let's try this. Let's try this. Where will we get this? By the way, we should change this location. Try, tries, yeah. So where should we drop this? Let's let's give it a new place to all the artifacts. Right now, let's give it a frost shield. PSX. And we should save this with a pack resources because this is an old project. I am scared that everything will be lost. So again, go effects and call this is a ice texture for now. For now, you should always we need to create a new. This is an old project. I need to delete every material too. Okay. For now, not you. For now, let's create a new material. Assign this our icy texture and let's crop our image. Oof, probably scale it bad in UE, but even this, good. Even this. See, it's like a frosty necro vibes already, but I need to change everything in this UE into. Yeah. So let's wrap it. Let's see. How does it work? Ah, it looks good, right? Even right now, it looks good. I like it. See? Yeah. I should change the RGB to RGB. Ah, even now it looks good. Okay. Yeah, this works. Of course, it will change. A lot of stuff will change in this. Like maybe you can use its specular later on, right? Yeah. Nice. Nice. By the way, I want to change this to like try something, try a different material right now. Let's just metal. Grab our random metal texture. If you can find any. Those were stone, right? Not a metal. Let's just grab some rock textures for it. Ah, doesn't work. I need to find another one. I need to find a good rock texture to use on top of it. But for now, I will use another texture, a metal texture, a shiny metal texture. Look at the seams, look at the UV. It's so bad, man. I need to fix those. Maybe I use stencil again on this. We'll see. We unwrap it again. Check our the texture space is too spread out. Use it like this, right? It will be metally, but nah, I will change this. I will make it like I will work on it on this like as a singular piece because right now it doesn't look quite good for my taste. It's a technical stuff. If you guys like it, I will do it here, but I don't think anybody wants to just watch a some guy modeling. You can get this. Let's just break this down. Clear seam. Oh, it's a live unwrapping. Okay. You can just take the whole face and it's not a seamless texture, So it's like kind of like a shitty one. Let's change the metal. Let's change the metal to seamless one. Do we have a seamless one? No, we don't have a seamless one, right? We can texture paint though. Let's try it. Let's try it. And gone. We will gone. Will be gone. Like it is dark metal. Stencil painted. Why does it work weirdly? First of all, like this. Stencils. Do I have a... Ah, yes, of course. Everything changed like this. Not working. Let's just give a minimum stretch to it. Yeah. And how does it look right now? It looks like a poo-poo. Don't do this. Okay. So next time, I will find a texture for the time godscape and I will fix it to make it a commercial free wholly. And then later on, I will find textures to change this whole model. And beforehand, I will do some maybe Photoshop pieces. So seagull, yeah, it looks like a seagull. Right? To make this as a more PSX PS1 vibed model, and then we can talk and work on it. I will show you the titering process. I will show you the Photoshop process, and I will show you how I work better, I hope. So I will see you in the next week while I am working on this. Today was kind of like a do this, do this, do this, and don't do that. Especially don't do it like me. Blah 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 blah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you the next time. Everyone here is loved. Everyone staying here is my baby. Thank you. Thank you, babies. Good night. Okan, see you.